Taking this to footwear, how important it is having consistent footwear in terms of fit, feel and transition when you're faced with these extreme conditions at either end of the spectrum?
Consistent footwear is obviously really important. You know, you train really, really hard day in, day out, and so you're using it day in, day out in terms of the footwear when you're training. And we use a massive range of different Adidas shoes for running on the road, different stuff for sessions, and the Adios off-road shoes and the XT. And so, you know, you want to be able to throw on a different pair of shoes every day and for them not to let you down. You know, you're not getting blisters or they're not the wrong size or any of that kind of thing. So it's fantastic. You've got, you know, a really reliable product. And then the performance side of it, obviously that's where it really matters. You want to be able to put that shoe on and run as well as you can, whether it's really cold conditions or really hot conditions. And they both bring their own problems in triathlon, because when it's hot, obviously your feet tend to swell a little bit, and also you end up putting a lot of water over yourself to cool yourself down. And wet feet in shoes tends to make your feet rub a bit. So it's really important to have shoes that you get used to wearing and then perform as well as they can, you know, in all these conditions.
So, thanks, Ali. Angus, from your side, from the Adidas design and engineering perspective, how does our footwear hold up to these extreme conditions?
Well, I mean, first of all, we want to ensure that our world-class athletes, like the guys here, that there's nothing hindering them being able to achieve their top performance. So, you know, they're working in extreme environments, and we've got to ensure that our product is the last thing you have to worry about. So what we do is we actually have a lot of temperature controlled chambers in our headquarters where we can test product in any condition on Earth. So we can drop it as cold as -20 or -30, I believe. And we can even increase it up to 45, 50 degrees.
That'll be a cold triathlon at -20.
Exactly. And
how hot do you have to get it before it starts melting?
Much, much hotter than that. But I think
you wouldn't want to be in there, would you?
Exactly. Well, I think
I might try it in my oven later.
It's usually our party trick when we bring people to headquarters. We put it down to -20 and see how long people can last. But I think one of the key things that we've worked on with Boost was really that it doesn't change performance over temperature with the same degree as EVA. So EVA is what we've been using in footwear, and every other brand has been using in footwear for the last 25 years. And unfortunately, when it gets cold, and actually I looked today, it's -9.7 degrees was the coldest temperature in the Brecon Beacons, I believe. And at -10, which is very similar, like EVA gets about 60 to 70% stiffer. That means the flexibility is totally different.
You can feel that in EVA shoes. The sole gets hard in cold weather. It feels like it's hard on the ground. And
exactly.
Yeah.
So the loading on your joints, the loading on your muscles is going to be different. So with Boost, it also gets stiffer when cold, but it's only about 15%. So the key thing for us is that it's much, much more consistent. So it doesn't cause you any problems. And I think on the other end, when you go much higher, really, really high, 35, 40 degrees, it's also the same thing. The EVA gets a lot softer, and Boost changes only by a very, very small amount. And essentially what that means is if you buy a shoe at 20 degrees in a running store, you want to make sure that that shoe works no matter where you use it, whether it's Rio, Glasgow, Mexico.